what does it look like once I've done the payment of this product? Explain us the journey. What if there is somebody who's like, I need more than 30 credits? What do you want to tell them? How much assurance are you giving me that this 30 credit certificate of yours would certainly work in the university, in one of the public university for that matter? Alright guys, so welcome back once again, and if you're somebody who is worried about this whole topic of ECTS, I have somebody who's going to answer that question precisely. I know a lot of students who get rejected just because they don't have enough credits in their education system. I come from India and I know a lot of people with 3-year bachelor's degree don't get accepted in German universities. Right. And I want to address that with a solution, so make sure that you watch today's video till the end. I'm at the moment here in Seinbas University Schools of Next Practices here in Berlin, here with Dr. Martin. Why don't you introduce yourself maybe to my audience?
Well, hi Nick, first of all, thanks for being here. My name is Martin Förster. I'm Director of Business Development and Quality here at Steinbeiß University Schools of Next Practices, and very glad to help you with that tricky question.
Yes, let's come in and then, yeah. Let's go here. I would say... All right, so let's start from the very basic. What is ECTS? There may be people who may not know or have no idea about this. Explain us in a very basic, non-academic language.
Now, ECTS stands for European Credit Transfer System. And the idea behind it is that we have a unified way of counting workload as part of academic education in all countries that adhere to the ECTS system, which is basically free, available to any university around the world. And the important thing is, when speaking about ECTS, this comprises the entire workload of anything a student does part of a module, so as part of the learning entity that he or she is in. In many countries, we count credits that are purely based on how many hours the student spends in class. And the idea behind the ECTS is that we should also take into account the time the student spends at home studying, while reading a book, preparing for an examination, taking an examination, writing an essay, anything else. So the ECTS system comprises all of that. And usually, in Germany at least, one ECTS is equal to 25 to 30 hours of workload. So if we have a regular module or learning unit of 5 ECTS, that should always reflect 150 hours. And 150 hours means everything. So maybe as part of these 150 hours, an on-campus student here would spend 25, 30 hours in class with the lecturer. But on top of that, he or she will spend a lot of time at home, in the library, working, studying, doing examinations, etc.
For years now, there has been one sort of a complaint that, hey, my university back home, they didn't give me enough credits. What do I do now? Oftentimes, I've been suggesting people to either go take up another master's or at least a shorter one where they get the credits. Especially people with 3 years of bachelor's degree, they struggle a lot. What kind of solutions are you guys providing to students now to fulfill that credit deficit?
Yeah, that is a common problem. First of all, let me explain that in Germany, usually a bachelor degree program would have 3 years, and 3 years equal 180 ECTS credits. And then we have a master of 2 years or 4 semester, which would equal 120 ECTS. Now, the requirement is that if you combine bachelor and master, this has to accumulate to 5 years or 300 ECTS credits. Sounds a little bit complicated, but it's really not. So how you acquire these 300 ECTS is basically up to you, because, and that's where this tricky situation comes into play, it may be that you have graduated in a degree that is not 180 ECTS, but let's say 160. And then you want to continue your master degree. Now, the university with a master degree will say, yeah, but first of all, you need to have 180 ECTS, because otherwise, when graduating with us in a 120 ECTS master, you won't have 300 credits, and that's not allowed. So we must request you to provide 180 credits wherever they come from. We accept your degree, we accept your bachelor, all fine, but you still lack 20 ECTS credits. Right. And that's the point where we think we can actually offer something to the student to make this gap go away and fill the gap. Because we are a university, we are a recognized university, we have recognized credits and credit degree programs. Now we will, or we want to provide students with the opportunity to take and select particular courses modules, learning paths to acquire the missing credits to fill this gap. So when they apply, the university can say, yeah, okay, you have the bachelor 160 ECTS, then you have the certificate, let's say from SNext, over 20 ECTS equals 180 ECTS. Problem solved, all is good. You can start with us getting the 120 ECTS from your master degree, and you're good to go.
Let's break down what you just said, right? So we're talking about, so SNext and Nikshala are collaborating on this effort of bringing this master's bridging program MBP to you guys, and we have divided this into two modules. So if you're an engineer who's struggling to meet up your credits, so this product, just to be clear, is not only for people with 3 years of bachelor's degree, and if you take this you get an extra 30 credit, but this is also for somebody who is doing their 4 years of bachelor's, and in case if you're missing on any credits, this is also for them. So just to go back, there is two modules. One is on the business side. If you're somebody who is studying, let's say, bachelor's in commerce, BBA, BMS, one of these 3 years bachelor's degree in India, you can take up this MBP course to make up that missing credits, number one. If you're somebody who is on, let's say, who's doing BCA, which is a 3-year degree, but Bachelor's of Computer Application, so they also lack credits there as well. So the other module is the engineering module. Depending on which side you are, you can go with either of these. How does it work? So help them understand. Right now they're on nikshala.com. Let's say they're reading everything what we both are talking. But what does it look like once I've done the payment of this product? Explain us the journey.
Once you register through nikshala.com, you make the payment and you get automatic access to our online learning platform. We work with our own self-created platform, which we call Insider, and each Insider reflects one module. Therefore, you choose between the two paths which you mentioned. We have a rather tech-focused path and we have a more business-focused path or management-focused. So you decide which one is better suitable for you. Both equal a total of 30 ECTS. You choose that, you make the payment, you get access to the Insider platform, and there you have the 6 modules that form part of your master bridging program. So you can then start directly working on the Insiders. You can take one by one, you can do 6 at the same time. It's totally up to you. There is no mandatory live session which you have to attend, but you can just do it in your own time in the place where you are whenever you want to. You can also do that on your phone, through the app. You can do it on your personal computer. We give you a maximum time period of 12 months, access to the platform, access to the modules in which you can work on them. But if you're quicker, if you invest more time, definitely you can complete that much, much sooner. The average reflection of the 30 credits would be a workload of 900 hours, but that applies to the average student. Some are quicker than others, and of course, those who want to achieve the best grade. So you work on that, and once you complete the module, and you think, okay, I understood everything, I filled out the examination, everything is done, any questions answered, you click on submit, and the Insider, the module, goes directly to one of our professors, is being graded. You get the feedback through the Insider platform, you get the grade, and once you completed all the 6 modules, you get a digital certificate from us indicating that you successfully completed with that and that grade, and that you achieved the defined learning objectives of the program through the workload of 900 working hours, equaling 30 ECTS credits. And with that certificate, you can go to any university in Germany and worldwide to say, hey, here is my bachelor degree of so and so much credits, and here is my bridging master program from SNext, also equaling 30 credits in that case, and please admit me to your master program.
Nice. So just to do a quick recap, right? So I go on nikshala.com, I choose one of my modules, whether it be it on the engineering/tech side or the business side. I take them, I start learning at my own pace, but I have the access of this Insider platform for 12 months, you said, right? So you could be studying your bachelor's right now, knowing that you will face, let's say, eventually in 1 year time, a credit crisis. This is a solution for you, right? So you can also enroll yourself. With respect to students who have already graduated, you can start learning this, and you can really do it quickly as well, because winter intake is just around the corner, and hopefully even if you submit the application for universities in Germany, let's say by June or end or mid of July, there's quite a few universities who are still open to receive your application. So right now we've just started with April, now. So we've got like a couple of months ahead. You can do this real quick. So please get on the website, and if you have any questions, reach out to us. We'll be super happy to answer your question. My last question to you, maybe there will be people who will have this question: how much assurance are you giving me that this 30 credit certificate of yours would certainly work in the university, in one of the public university for that matter?
We give the assurance that the modules that are part of this bridging program are part of our accredited master degrees. So they are fully recognized and quality proof. But, and that's also part of the truth, the recognition process is always managed by the recognizing universities. So we cannot guarantee that the university XYZ will recognize all the credits. It always depends on the program to which you apply for. It always depends on your other educational background. But what is important to emphasize is that based on the Lisbon Convention, the university that recognizes the credits is forced to explain and to prove that if you apply for recognition of credits or the competencies which you acquired during the program which you want to have recognized differ significantly from the credits that they would expect.
Okay. If your idea is, hey, I don't want to spend money into private university, that's fine. You can use the certificate and apply to public university, and it should work for you. But a disclaimer again, what Martin gave, that it totally depends on the admission officer or the professor who's on the other side, whether or not they want to accept that certificate.
That's correct.
Right? Okay. What's your last message to everybody who's still struggling with counting ECTS, or I don't know, the whole topic of ECTS? What do you want to tell them?
I think ECTS are a helpful standard for students, and it's important to understand it. I know when I was a student just a few years ago, I didn't really know too much about ECTS, and I know most of my colleagues didn't know anything about ECTS. And now in the aftermath, I wish I had learned that earlier, because this is a favorable system for students. And it should always be considered in the way the deliverables for the university, because it defines the service that you are actually demanding, supposed to demand from the university. If you purchase a bachelor's degree of 180 ECTS or a master's degree of 120 ECTS, that should equal content for you of 120 ECTS, 3,600 learning hours. That sounds a lot, and students tend to wish they are quicker and they can finish sooner and so on. But first of all, it should be a quality promise of the institution that they deliver 3,600 hours to you as the student, as the buyer, as the purchaser.
I just want to put you into this question. What if there is somebody who's like, I need more than 30 credits, what you're offering? What do you want to tell them?
I have to say that there's a limit. There's a limit of credits that can be recognized from other institutions. So if it comes to credit recognition, usually the limit is roughly at 30. It depends a little bit from university to university. So if you are in a position, say, I need more than that, a year, 60 credits, for example, then you would probably rather have to take other degree formats. There's a variety of it that are better suitable for your learning biography. Also, that might be helpful to point out, degree programs in Germany are not fixed at 3-year bachelor, 2-year master. You have master programs of 120 ECTS, of 90 ECTS, of 60 ECTS. So depending on how many credits you got during your bachelor education, you might be eligible for one of these programs, but not for all of the programs. So there's always, or there should always be, an option for you. And if you have this opportunity to fill the 30 credit gap, you should, in most cases, be good to start at least in one of the options available.
I would agree, for sure. So this is where I would like to wrap up. So if you're studying bachelor's right now, whether be it a 3 years bachelor's or a 4 years bachelor's, you can use this. If you're somebody who has graduated from a 3-year bachelor's or a 4-year bachelor's, you can use this also. Make sure that you read through everything what is on the website. We'll try to be as detailed as possible before you buy into anything. But confirm, I can tell you that this is a great solution for all the missing credits. I'm not sure if other universities, or at least I have not come across if anybody else is providing this service. But just reach out to us if you have any question before you spend your money. If you want to talk to somebody from my office, we'll be happy to support you through this process. Hence, just check the description of this video. If you've made it till here, hit that thumbs up button, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.